Do people start treating you differently after you get ripped? After losing 110 pounds and going from this to this in just 3 weeks, I've noticed that men get treated differently after they get ripped. And in this video, I'm going to talk about every benefit that I've experienced. Now, the first benefit that you're going to experience, and this is the elephant in the room, is that women are going to be more attracted towards you. Now, I'm not going to say that women are just going to lay themselves at your feet after you get ripped, but you're going to find it a lot easier. They'll initiate conversations with you. They'll make it easier on you. You can make more mistakes and get away with them. And overall, you just have to do a lot less work in order to get women after you build a lean, muscular body. The funny thing is, one of my clients inside my school community, Daniel, who ended up gaining 11 pounds in 3 months, actually told me the benefits that he experienced regarding women after he gained muscle. So Daniel went from a very skinny body to a lean, muscular body. And he said that girls who wouldn't look his way were now interested in initiating conversations with them and were constantly texting him back and forth. Now, I don't want to go too deep into this because I don't want to turn this into a dating channel, but yes, you will notice more success with the opposite sex after you build a lean, muscular body, because whether you like it or not, in the real world, physical appearance and physical attractiveness really make a difference. The second benefit that men experience after building a lean, muscular body is you get more respect from other men. So this one time I was trying to go to the tennis courts to play tennis, but I had to cross through a dangerous area to actually get to the courts. And I had been warned by my friends and family to never go through that area because there's dangerous people there and you can get robbed and so on and so forth. But me being the hard-headed idiot that I am, I decided to go through that area anyways. And while I was walking through the courts, behind me, there was another guy who was walking with me the entire time. He had his hood on his head and he had his hands in his pocket. Now, I don't know what his intentions were exactly, but I'm willing to bet that they weren't good. Now, he's walking with me to the courts, and this is like a good 15-minute walk. And my heart is like pounding out of my chest. I'm having like constant flight or fight anxiety. And at some point in time, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to look back, and if I have to fight him, fuck it, right? And I look back at him, and I have obviously like this sort of aggressive expression on my face. And I see him kind of look up, make eye contact with me, clench his fists in his pocket and just turn the other way and cross the sidewalk, right? Now, I'm not going to say that I intimidated him or scared him off or whatever, but he probably looked at me and decided, you know what? I could probably take that guy on, but it's not worth the risk. Now, that story is an extreme situation, but in everyday life, when you walk into a room and you have a lean, muscular body, men respect you either out of intimidation, but mostly they don't respect you out of intimidation. They respect you out of admiration. Because when you have a lean, muscular body, it shows that you're capable of discipline. And it doesn't matter how old you are, what the color of your skin is, or what your religion is. Across cultures, hard work and discipline is always respected in men. And your physique, if it's lean and muscular, will showcase those things. Now, throughout the video, you've noticed me say the words lean, muscular body over and over again. The reason that I use those words specifically is because if you just start eating a shitload of food and kind of going to the gym, doing a bunch of random exercises 3 times a week, you're not going to have a lean, muscular body. You're just going to be big, and you're going to be that guy who's really big. And then you're going to have what you think is a dad bod, but is actually just considered fat by most girls and guys. So if you want free personalized help with your diet and training so that you can have a lean, muscular body, you can sign up for my email list. And very soon, I'm going to pick a few people to personally help from my email list. The third benefit that men experience after getting ripped is fashion. The best fashion statement that you can make is being in good shape and having a lean, muscular body. This tank top costs $3.50, but I could put on some boots and some jeans and go out in downtown and look good wearing this. Because a guy with a lean, muscular body in Walmart clothes is always going to look better than the overweight guy wearing an expensive suit. And if you're having a tough time believing me, just picture this. Imagine you're in a mall and you're wearing an expensive suit, but your gut sticks out 6 inches in front of you. Your button-up shirts fight your belly so that the shirt doesn't just rip apart. Now imagine yourself in the same mall wearing a simple t-shirt and some jeans, but your gut has disappeared, your sleeves are hugging your arms, and your shoulders are wider than your waist. Who do you think looks better? Because I think the answer is pretty obvious. The fourth benefit that men experience after getting ripped, and this matters a lot more once you get older, but kids just think you're super fucking cool, bro. It doesn't have to be your kids. It could be your friends' kids or just kids in general. You're just that really cool uncle who's sexy and jacked. I know, bro. I have friends who have kids who just don't listen to them. I mean, These kids are fucking twats, right? They never listen to their parents. But as soon as I ask them to do something, they listen right away. Now, I don't know whether it's out of fear or intimidation, or maybe they just like me because I'm the fucking sexy Jack Dunkel and I look like the action figures that they play with. But for some reason, kids just think you're super cool once you get ripped. The fifth benefit that you're going to experience after you get ripped is that you're going to have a lot more energy. Now, this is only going to happen if you do things right. If you're going to the gym 6 days a week on a push-pull leg split and you're in the gym for 2 hours at a time, then you're going to have less energy because you're just going to be drained all the time. But if you do things the right way, then you can reduce your gym time, build muscle, build a lean muscular body, and have more time on your hands. And this time is going to be higher quality because you're going to be healthier, you're going to feel younger, and you're literally also going to be younger. If you look at, I'm not going to name any studies right now, but if you look it up, exercise and resistance training specifically pretty much de-ages your body. So if you're a 30-year-old who's got joint pain, I know this sounds counterintuitive, but start lifting some weights. The sixth benefit that you experience, now this is like a simple thing and it's a small thing, but it's a small thing as a matter, especially as you age. And the sixth benefit is that everyday tasks become easier. Things like picking up things off the floor, carrying groceries to the house. And I didn't really know that these things were challenging for people, but turns out when you don't lift weights your entire life, your muscles and your joints become weaker over time. And so if you want to be that guy who carries all the groceries in one trip, then get your ass in the gym. Now, the seventh benefit that nobody really cares about because all guys seem to care about is getting laid. But the seventh benefit that you experienced after getting ripped is you get smarter. Now, nobody really likes to talk about this because the stereotype is if you're muscular and you have abs and you have a lean muscular physique, then you're just a dumb jock, bro. There's no way you have a brain. But the reality is, once you become healthier, you're able to think clearer. Now, the cliche of a healthy mind lives inside a healthy body is true. Now, again, this is not a fucking science-based channel, so I'm not going to cite studies. I like to give practical advice in these videos. But scientific studies have literally shown us that, you know those games that you play to, keep your brain sharp and, grow your IQ or whatever? Those games don't do anything. But resistance training, lifting weights in the gym, actually prevents your brain from aging. So if you want to prevent yourself getting dumber and get smarter and be able to think more clearly and have less brain fog, you guessed it, get that ass in the gym. Now, if you want to learn how to build a lean muscular body without spending all day in the gym, then you can watch this video where I teach you how to have efficient workouts that take as little time as possible and build the most amount of muscle possible. I'll see you in the next one.